Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another spring look. This one is going to be very natural and girly and very glowy and dewy, and I know I'm a little bit behind, but I think I'm going to try the strobing trend that was kind of last year. But I've been kind of digging it lately and I've been looking up lots of tutorials and stuff on it, so I want to try that today as well. So this is going to be a talk through video, just so you guys know. So yeah, I don't think I really have anything to say, so let's get right into it. So for my primer today, I am going to be using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. I just got a little travel size one. This came in one of the Sephora, what are those things called? You use your points on them. But I got this along with a lipstick and the foundation, which I have the full version anyway. And then it came with something else in there too, and I can't remember what it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this to prime. Apparently this is a 4-in-1, so you can use it for multiple things. So I'm gonna use it to prime my face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz this all over. And then we'll just let that sit for a bit. Next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of color correcting. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin color correcting fluid, and I'm going to use the green one. This is really good for canceling out any redness on your face. So my skin's not too bad today. It doesn't have a lot of redness. So I'm just going to put a little bit around my nose, because that's where I tend to get red throughout the day. And then I just have some spots in some areas, so I'm just going to put it there. Now I like to use my finger just because I find that it blends it a little bit better, and I've seen some people do the color correcting before or after their foundation, sorry, but I personally like to do it before. I find that it blends a little bit better, and that's just my preference. And then I just have a couple spots on my forehead here that just need to be covered as well. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I've been using this pretty much on a regular basis, and I do have a first impressions if you want to see what my first impressions are about it. So I like to use a Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush for the foundation, just because I find that when I use a beauty blender, it really soaks up all the product since it is a water foundation. So I just like to go ahead, spritz a little bit of Fix Plus onto the top of my brush. And then I just put a little bit on the top of the kabuki brush and blend it out from there. Two. On there, and then I just start dabbing it and buffing it into my skin. One thing I do notice about this product is that you do need to use a lot of it, which I'm not too fond of, but that's okay, I guess. It's still a really good foundation. So I do like to use a beauty blender after, just to really push it into my skin and kind of pick up any excess product that I might have applied. Okay, so I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in my brows, and for my brows I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in Taupe, and then I just cleaned it up with a little bit of the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Now I'm just gonna highlight my face with concealer, and I'm gonna use the MAC Pro Longwear. I don't like this concealer as much as I used to, just because I've tried other ones and found ones that I liked. I've been really liking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer lately, but I got it in a color that's a little bit too light. So I need to get a little bit of a darker color. I think I just got one too light, so I'm just gonna use this because it's a little bit darker than that. I got like the neutral one in the Naked Skin. So I like to blend out my concealer with my beauty blender. And just pounce it on the skin. And then just a little bit under my eyes. Now just to blend everything else so we have no harsh lines, I'm going to take my kabuki brush that I had used to apply my foundation with no additional product, and I'm just going to kind of go over it just so that it's not a stark white color and so that we have no harsh lines at all. I'm going to go ahead and set my brows because I hadn't done that yet. I like to do this after I apply my concealer. So I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This stuff is like glue. It's awesome. It stays, makes your brows stay in place as well. So just like to run it through. And then at the front, I like my brows to look a little bit more fuller at the front, so I brush the hairs more up. So I'm going for a really dewy, glowy look, so I want that kind of strobed look. So I'm going to take the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid Illuminator, and this is in Moonstone. So we're going to apply this on the highest points of the face. Apparently you can wear this under your foundation. I do not like how it sits. I feel like it separates my foundation in certain spots, so I like to put it over top. So we're just going to put this in places that we would normally highlight. So I'm going to start on my cheekbones. And this would be really pretty on its own as well. You don't even need to put anything over top of it, but I probably will. I'm going to put a little bit on just above my brow. I didn't put any additional product, just from whatever was left from my cheekbone. I like to put a little bit on the apples of my cheeks because I like to look nice and glowy. Again, on the forehead a little bit, right above the brow. And then I'm going to put some on my chin, just a tiny bit, my Cupid's bow, and on the tip of my nose. I'm trying not to bronze today, so we'll see how that goes. I always contour or bronze, so we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be something different, but look how pretty that is just on its own. It looks really natural and just like you're nice and sun-kissed. I don't even want to set my foundation today. I might not, and just see how it goes throughout the day, because I'm not really putting any bronzer. Usually I usually need to set it when I am applying bronzer, but today I don't want to, so I might not even set my face. I might just leave it like this and see how it goes throughout the day. The blush, I am going to use Coralista by Benefit. This is one of my favorite blushes I've had. It's probably one of the first blushes I got, actually. But I'm just going to take a little bit on an angled brush. This is a MAC 130, I think. I'm just going to apply a little bit, just the tiniest bit. Even that's probably too much. I'm just going to apply the tiniest bits. I'm just going to smile and apply it on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it back. And I like to do a patting motion just so that I'm not rubbing off my foundation. To go over top of that highlight, I am going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in So Hollywood, and I am going to take it on this flat brush. This is it's actually an eye shader brush. It's the E55 by Sigma. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the brush, and then I'm going to rub this on the back of my hand just to dispose some of the color off of it. And then I don't know if you guys see in my videos, but I normally use this MAC 285 brush for my highlighter, but I want to look very glowy and I kind of want to pack on the color, so I'm just going to start slowly packing that right on the highest points of my cheeks. I'm going to put a little bit on my brow bone as well. So basically just go over the parts that you had used the liquid illuminator on. So I'm first gonna prime, and I'm using my MAC Painterly paint pot as always. So I'm just taking some on my finger, and then I'm just going to pat it all over the lid. And then all the way up to under the brow bone. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and done my right eye. So first thing I'm going to do is take a matte color, just a cream skin color. I am using the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm using Coconut Cream. So what I'm going to do is take this on a shader brush, and I'm just going to run this through my crease because I like to set the primer. I'm not running any on the lid because I actually put more primer after so that when I want to put the pigment on, it stays really well. So just through the crease and run it through there. So first we're going to work on the crease, and I just want a nice light wash of color, nothing too heavy. So I'm going in with Urban Decay Naked eyeshadow. So just going on with a big fluffy brush because I don't want it to be too defined. I just want a nice wash of color. So I'm going to take it on a blending brush and just start working it in back and forth windshield wiper motions, and then I swirl it to blend it more upwards and outwards as well. And I want most of the definition to be in the crease, so that's where I place the brush first. And then as I get less product on my brush, that's when I blend it more out and up. And then also the pressure on my brush, I lessen it as I get closer to my brow bone. So for the lid, go back in with your primer. You can probably skip this step if you don't have hooded eyes, but since I do, I need to do this to get the color pigment to stay. So I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, all the way from inner to outer corner. And then I just kind of blend it up towards my crease. And this just helps the color to stay. The first color I'm going to use on the lid is MAC Pigment in Naked. Just with a flat shader brush, I'm just going to begin applying this. I start in the middle of the lid and then blend it all the way from inner to outer corner. And then I kind of start blending it and patting it up towards my crease. I don't want there to be a harsh line, so that's why I tend to pat it. And right in the middle of the lid, I'm going to apply Vanilla Pigment by MAC. I only have a sample size of this, so I'm not going to show you it, otherwise it will spill everywhere. So I'm just applying that a little bit on another shader brush. It's an Urban Decay one. I feel so all over the place in this video. It's probably like the worst talk through ever, but whatever. So just a little bit on my shader brush, and I'm just going to apply this a little bit in the middle of the lid, just to give it a little pop of color and add some brightness. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this on the inner corner to highlight as well. For the lower lash line, just take a little bit of Naked on a dome-shaped brush and just start running that along your lash line. And don't worry about being precise. This is more of a blown out, not smoky look I want to say, but just really natural and blown out, no harsh lines of any type. So just blend that all the way across. I'm just going to take a little bit more of a tapered brush and just run that through the crease one more time to ensure there are no harsh lines. So I'm first going to curl my lashes because we want our eyes to look nice and open. So I'm just going to curl them a couple times. Then for my lashes, I'm going to use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. This is the other thing that came in the Sephora box. I have a really hard time finding mascaras, and I actually really like this one. Usually I only use the MAC in Extreme Dimension because it's the only one that doesn't run on me. It's really hard for me to find a mascara that actually doesn't make me look like I have raccoon eyes. So this one's really good though. It gives a good amount of volume. I'm just applying a really light layer. And I'm going to go in with my MAC Extended Play Mascara, and I'm just going to put a tiny little bit on the lower lash line to open up the eyes and give them more definition. So this is it for the eyes. It's nothing too crazy. It's quite simple to do. You can really use any kind of light neutral brown color in the crease and any kind of glowy color on the lid. It's really versatile. You can kind of do whatever with it, but this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna zoom you out and now we'll do the lips. I have been obsessed with this lip color lately. I am going to be using the Colourpop Lippie Stick in Lumiere. I believe this is the creation with Kathleen Lights here on YouTube, which I'm sure pretty much everyone watches. So I'm going to go ahead and outline my lips first, and I'm gonna use Stripdown by MAC. This is just a neutral brown color. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips first. I am like so antsy today. I don't know what my problem is. Like I can't sit still. I have to be like multitasking at all times. So gonna wipe off my oh my god, I can't talk today, my lip balm. I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. So now I'm just gonna fill in my lips with the Colourpop Lippie Stick. So that is it for this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. Also leave me any I'm just gonna go with it. Leave me any comments or suggestions down below on what you would like to see next. And remember to go follow me on my social media accounts. I will link them in the down bar. Whew, that was like my 5th take. I'm so glad I got through it. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah! Bye!
Link them in the down bar. So remember to subscribe and leave me an I just can't today. Down below on what you guys would like to know. I can't. One more time. Need to put some music on. Get my jam on.